This is KGW News at Sunrise.
Apparently he's acting like James Bond or like a cowboy doing like quick draws with it.
2 years ago, a police officer shot and killed Robert Delgado at Lents Park in southeast Portland. Now, Robert's family is suing the city, saying the officer didn't consider the signs of his mental illness. We'll take you back to the day Robert was shot and share more details about the lawsuit coming up in our top story.
Exciting things are happening at PDX. Along with its fresh new look, we now know some of the retailers about to set up shop. We will tell you about 20 new stores and restaurants coming soon.
One of our top headlines all week long has been the weather. A chilly start to April. You're thanking me for this?
Well, I like the fact we're in the news, the weather.
We will keep you in the news, Rod Hill. So this is a look at downtown Portland on this Thursday morning. Now we swing it back here to the news studio because Rod is standing by for our first look at that Thursday forecast.
Yeah.
A little drier today than the last few days.
Yes, and with that comes some colder temperatures, and that's where we begin. We have a mixed bag of partly to mostly cloudy skies out there. Now it's 42 right now at PDX. Obviously that's nowhere near freezing, but a reminder, we do have a frost advisory in play through the mid-morning hours. And in fact, there are a few spots that are complying with that. 32 in Hillsborough, 31 in Forest Grove. So far out east, Oregon City 35, Troutdale's at 43. Winds are generally on the light side. Estacada 32, Dallas 33. So it looks like frosty spots will be spotty in nature, if you will. We'll go 47 at noon. There's a wave of moisture that comes in during the day today that will bring thicker cloud cover. A touch of rain this afternoon, but not much. Really, I think you'll be out and about finding mostly dry weather for your Thursday. Back to you.
All right, we'll have more with Rod, including a 7-day here in a few minutes. But right now, our top story this hour on Sunrise. The family of a man shot and killed by a Portland police officer in 2021 has filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the city.
That shooting attracted hundreds of protesters. They went toe-to-toe with officers for hours, demanding to know why police found it necessary to kill Robert Delgado, who appeared to be having a mental health crisis.
Delgado's family claims the officer who shot him didn't follow police protocols or consider the signs of Robert's mental illness. Here's KGW's Alma McCarty with more.
2 years ago, on the morning of April 16th, 2021, Portland police got a report of a man with what appeared to be a gun in Lents Park. That man was Robert Delgado.
Apparently he's acting like James Bond or like a cowboy doing like quick draws with it, not pointing it at anybody.
As shown in video recorded by a witness, officers stood behind trees ordering Delgado to put his hands up or get on the ground. Delgado became agitated and was yelling. At his tent, Delgado reached down to grab something and began to stand when Officer Zachary DeLong fired 2 shots from his rifle, shooting and killing Delgado. Investigators later found a replica pistol that had been in Delgado's possession. Later that year, a grand jury found there was insufficient evidence to charge DeLong with a criminal offense. Now, in a 16-page civil rights lawsuit filed in federal court, Delgado's son alleges the officer who shot and killed his father paid no mind to the signs and symptoms of mental illness, nor did he follow police protocols. Skylar Delgado and his attorneys claim there were available alternatives for the Portland police officer, yet he used none. Instead, he aggressively approached his father with a rifle, shouting commands and threats. Delgado's family has been expressing their concerns over police handling of the situation since the start. Here's what they told reporters shortly after the shooting.
The amount of pain that this has caused me and my family it's very hard to put in words and describe. This incident isn't something you ever think that you will have to experience.
The city of Portland is also named in this lawsuit. Plaintiffs argue this case and the actions of the officer speak to a long history of police officers ignoring their training, ignoring their directives, and facing no consequences. Alma McCarty, KGW News.
To help Portland crack down on street racing, Oregon's governor is sending in state police. The Oregonian reporting that Governor Tina Kotek has directed OSP to partner with the police bureau to stop street racing and drunk driving. You may remember Portland's mayor asked for this help back in February. It's not clear yet how often operations would take place or when they would start. We do have calls in to the governor's press secretary to learn more.
All right, let's take a look at some of this morning's other local headlines, and we start with this traffic alert in Longview. The Lewis and Clark Bridge, which crosses over the Columbia to connect Longview to Rainier, is closed as crews take care of some emergency repairs. So the Washington Department of Transportation tweeted out this picture. Here's what happened. The bridge shut down overnight when crews noticed that a fractured floor beam they noticed that fractured floor beam, I should say, while working on a different project. So for now, the Wahkiakum County Ferry will be running all day long for free. There's also no estimated reopening time at this point, but crews are expected to need at least a day or two to get that work done. Meanwhile, in Portland, city leaders have agreed to spend $4.5 million to demolish downtown Portland's O'Brien Square. That means they're going to remove the plaza and the parking structure that's underneath. The park was deemed structurally unsafe back in 2018 and it's been closed and fenced off ever since. Portland Parks plans to redevelop that area into a space that can be used by the community. And happening around noon yesterday, Gresham police arrested 2 suspects they say had a bag of more than 250 apartment keys. Officers say they were responding to a call of a man with a gun trying to break into cars on Southeast 190th and Division. Authorities say the keys are connected to a burglary on Sunday at the management office for Columbia Trails Apartments. And that's a look at some of this morning's local headlines.
Well, along with a fresh new look, PDX is welcoming new restaurants and shops. As the main terminal renovation wraps up in 2025, there will be 20 new places to visit. So there are a few of them on your screen. Freeland Spirits, Grassa, Hello from Portland, Lola's Cafe, and the Loyal Legion, which PDX calls a combination beer hall, speakeasy, and TV viewing room with a kids' play area. A little bit of everything for the family.
Kids go play Daddy having a whiskey.
There you go. If you want to see the full list of what's coming to PDX, you can see the article on our website, KGW.com. You are a bad parent. I'm glad your daughter is almost old enough to take care of herself.
You're the one who read the options.
That's what PDX said.
Just acknowledging the options there.
Daddy back in the new studio now.
Daddy.
Daddy, what's the forecast look like?
Oh, who cares? Let's go have a whiskey, shall we? All right. What are we looking at? This has become a big talker. The lack of warm weather this month so far. You know, we have not even made it to 60 since April 1. We did it at 60 back in March. In fact, 68 degrees was the highest day of the year so far. But so far, no 70s. The average, in terms of climate for Portland, the average first day that we hit 70 on any given year is around the 2nd of April. We have done it as early as late February, believe it or not. Now, the average number of 70-degree days for April is not huge. It's about 5, or it is 5. Now, with that said, we've actually had 5 years where April never hit 70. The last time we did that was April of 2017. We made it to 70 on May 3rd for the first time. The latest we've ever taken to hit 70, May 5th back in 1967. Now, April has always gotten up into the 60s. But I will tell you, if you look at the weather models, the ones of detail that give you attention hourly, go all the way through the end of the month now. There's not a slam dunk day that just says 70, 70, 70. So we'll see how we warm up or don't warm up the back half of this month. With all of that said, the blue color, a frost advisory in play. We're looking at temperatures expected to average between 30 and about 37 this morning out the door. Right now we have 37 in Sandy, 31 in Forest Grove. Troutdale is actually at 43. We're holding above freezing in Salem and Kaiser, but Dallas is close. Estacada is freezing at 32, McMinnville 35. There are breaks in cloud cover, so I do expect more of you to get down to 32 for your official low. Here are the other numbers on the board. Up in Kelso, 37 degrees. Over in Central Oregon, Bend, 27. Should be a dry day east of the Cascades, and we're not expecting much rain here on the west side either. So here's Futurecast this morning. primarily dry, kind of a mostly cloudy day overall. Now there's a wave of moisture coming in this afternoon, but look, just a speck of green here and a speck of green there. So any rain today, which we do expect some, won't be much. And really most of the time you're out and about, you're going to find dry weather. Highs will be kind of where they have been, getting up to 53 or 54 degrees this afternoon at most. This shows Longview only at 51. Dry tomorrow, dry Saturday inland. Now there will be some rain at least along the north coast Saturday. And now the models are back to saying that front is going to come in to Portland as early as 1 o'clock Sunday afternoon. So that would be a dry start, then developing rain. And then we're back to no 70, no 70, and no 70. And no 70 after that.
Not even close.
Not even close.
Thanks for pointing that out, Brenda.
Captain Obvious. Thank you, Rod.